Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Adam with AK Lighting, here to help you install and or improve your own landscape lighting. Well, in today's video, I'm going to go over what 5 things you need to avoid, part 2. So the first video I made over a year ago did really well and it helped a lot of you out, and so I wanted to follow that video up with this video. So these are 5 different things that you need to avoid when installing your landscape lighting. With that being said, I'm going to jump right into the intro. Now before I jump into the video, if you are looking into installing your own landscape lighting, then click any one of my videos in the description below. I have 3 options that can help you out. The first option is a free PDF that goes over the fundamentals of landscape lighting. The second option is a PDF that goes over all the fixtures, bulbs, and transformers I recommend. And the third option is a complete start to finish course that goes over everything about landscape lighting installation. I've been able to help out a lot of people go through this course and successfully install their lighting, with most people not having any prior experience. With that said, I'm going to jump right into the video. So the first thing to avoid, and it kind of goes over a little bit what the other video did, is buying cheap lights. So a lot of people will buy lights from local hardware stores like Home Depot, Lowe's, or even like Walmart, and those type of lights are a lot cheaper, less quality, they're not very durable, they don't last as long, and in the grand scheme of things, they're not worth buying. Yes, I know some of you have purchased them and it worked out for you, but for the most part, a lot of those lights go out really quickly and they aren't something that you can rely on for years and years. Whereas a professional landscape lighting system that you install could last for 15, 20 plus years. So the second thing to avoid is purchasing halogen lights. Now that's not something that a lot of people do nowadays anyways, because everything is shifted over to LED. But if you look at a landscape lighting system and it happens to be halogen, I would suggest not buying that and replace it instead with LED bulbs. And the reason behind this is halogen bulbs, they just aren't made as well. If you get the little bipins that go into path lights or step lights, those burn out sometimes after a few months to maybe even a couple years if they last that long. And then the other halogen bulbs, they just get hot and sometimes they actually destroy the inside of the fixture. So let's say you put a 50-watt halogen bulb into a fixture, over time it will actually melt the inside of the fixture, and then you'll have to replace it anyways, even if you have a professional fixture. So I would say just shift everything over to LED. It's about the same price. It's not like you're going to be paying a ton extra for those LED bulbs rather than the halogen bulbs. So the third thing I would say is do not put landscape lighting in grass. Now at first it's like, well, where else do I put it if I have a walkway and grass on both sides? So people will put the path lights in the grass. What ends up happening is a lot of times these lights end up getting destroyed, knocked over, the paint comes off, or something like that. And so the best way to do this is either put a little flower bed around each one of those path lights by the steps, or if the light is by a tree, mount the light on the tree or mount it on wherever you can get it out of the grass and into a safer place, whether it's above the grass or in like a flower bed area. So the fourth thing is making sure you do not mount the transformer by the front door. Man, I see this so often where people decide to do it themselves, or maybe they had a professional company come out, but they're not really professional. They just claim that they're professional and they'll mount the transformer by the front door, either run a pipe or just have the landscape lighting wire exposed. Now, I mean, the transformer will work fine there, but it ends up being an eyesore and it just looks bad. So I would say do not ever put it by the front door. If you're like, Adam, I don't have an outlet, have one installed. It costs about $120, $150 to have one installed. Put it on the side of your house so that the transformer can be mounted there. So avoid putting the transformer by the front door. And the fifth thing is don't cut corners. So often I see people cut corners, whether it comes down to price or quality, just don't cut corners. So with price, a lot of people will look at let's say a Home Depot light, well, that's $25. And then they'll look at a professional landscape lighting light and they'll go, okay, well, that's just a little bit more, whether it's $30, $40, $50 for that light. And they say, nah, I'll rather go for the cheaper option. Well, what happens is you get the cheaper option and then it doesn't last very long, and then you have to replace it again. And then it ends up sometimes costing more money than that professional landscape lighting system. And so make sure that you don't cut corners with pricing. And I specifically mention that, especially on a DIY channel, is because a lot of us want to save money wherever we can, but there is a point where you're going to cut the quality of something because you want to reduce the price so much. There's a sweet spot in between high quality and high price, and low quality and low price, but that sweet spot is still really good quality for a good price. Now, regarding quality, now don't cut corners with quality. You can definitely tell the difference between somebody who took the time and did it right, hid the wires the right way, and didn't just say, all right, well, I'm not going to put in the time or the effort, and just have wires going over a retaining wall, or having the lights in the grass, or a transformer mounted next to the front door. Like those kind of things, take the time and do it right. This is your house, this is your landscape lighting system, and so make it look professional. Make it look like I came out and did it for you, because people will be looking at it, you'll be looking at it for years to come, so make sure you do it right. Well, there you go. That was my follow-up video for the top 5 things to avoid. This is part 2. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. If you really are interested in getting help with your landscape lighting project, I'm just gonna go briefly over what this course entails. So I have a welcome page, and I have found that after helping a lot of people, that most people install their lighting in about 4 weekends, so about a month. So I've split it up into different sections that you can do it, and you can go as fast or slow as you want. So the first section goes over the fundamentals of landscape lighting, and then there's the design your home, which a lot of people need help with this, and there are a lot of really good resources in this section. Then this section goes over what lights to buy and where to get them, and then how to go through all the obstacles that you'll face when trenching, and then finally finishing up your landscape lighting. And down here, there are some extra design tips if you need more help. And thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. If you need help, I've got an affordable option for you. And as always, best of luck with your landscape lighting project, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.